Have you ever wondered how some players consistently win at sit-and-goes? I'm Aaron Barone, and in this video, I'm going to share 5 tips for crushing sit-and-goes. Tight is right. Your goal with sit-and-goes is finishing the top 1/3 of the field. And 9 max, that's top 3, and 6 max, that's top 2. Achieving this goal means playing a tight pre-flop strategy and avoiding unnecessary confrontation, so you give yourself a better chance to finish in the top 1/3 of the players. Know the payout structure. When playing sit-and-goes, it's important to pay attention to payout structures, as they can drastically impact your ranges. In 6 max, 3-handed would mean you're on the bubble, and the next person out receives nothing. Payouts there are 70, 30, 0. In 9 max, the bubble occurs with 4 left. Payouts there are 50, 30, 20, 0. It's important to recognize the difference between each potential ladder. In the previous examples, there were 3 pay jumps, 10, 20, and 30%. Our ranges will be different in each spot because the risk of busting the tournament is worth different amounts of equity. Understand how to play push-fold. As the blinds go up in a sit-and-go, stacks get shallower, and ultimately the game often turns into push-fold, where the majority of your decisions are simply boiled down to, should I go all in or should I fold? Many players think this is all luck, but there's actually a ton of skill involved that centers around push-fold. It's not only about how good your hand is, but how often your opponent folds. The more they fold, the more hands you can shove, as you're more likely to win the pot without showdown. There are many programs you can use to calculate exact ranges based on your hand and opponent's tendencies. Study these so you're prepared when you find yourself in these situations. Bubble play. The bubble is arguably the highest equity spot in a sit-and-go. At that point, you'll be in one of 3 situations: short stack, middle stack, or chip leader. If you're the short stack, the good news is that you have the least amount of equity and can play a bit looser. You still want to make the money, but realize you're more likely the next one out, so you're freer to take risks and try to get yourself in a better position to cash. Congrats if you've chipped up to a middle stack. Your prize is discomfort. You've got to play tighter now because other players at the table are more likely to be forced into an all-in confrontation, which would allow you to make the money. If you're the chip leader, well, this is where the fun begins. As chip leader, you'll want to put pressure on the other stacks, specifically the middle ones who realize what's at stake. In the right circumstances, you can add a significant amount of chips to your stack by bullying the table. Volume. I was a professional sit-and-go player for more than half a decade. Take a wild guess how many sit-and-goes I played in my lifetime. The answer? 287,000. Playing multiple tables at once can help you put in this volume. When I started out, I was one-tabling and ultimately got up to playing 35 tables at a time. My advice for anyone trying to add tables would be to do it slowly, perhaps at a lower than normal buy-in, and get comfortable with the speed required to make the decisions and click the buttons before adding more. So there you have it. The foundations of a solid sit-and-go strategy. With a good understanding of these concepts and plenty of practice, you can start to crush multiple tables at a time and develop a solid win rate. What part of sit-and-go strategy do you struggle with the most? Let me know in the comments below. 888 Poker, made to play.